Good morning, fans. This is your girl from Mel's Match Hat, and this is your official AEW Wrestledream 2023 preview and predictions. Sorry, I'm a little late, but I had to restart my computer because it wouldn't connect to the internet and everything. So there you go. Hopefully, everybody is having a great day. Hopefully, everybody is ready for tonight. I certainly am. I am exhausted from last night because I did watch NXT No Mercy. Thankfully, hopefully that we can get finished with this by one, but no later than 1 o'clock. But I'm not gonna you know, get my hopes up. So I watched that last night. Not matches were good. One particular, if you can figure me out, I wasn't too thrilled about last night. Let's just say Rhea Ripley, in wherever she is, she's one pissed off bitch right now, and I don't blame her because I'm exactly the same way. So, hopefully that everything is doing well on that end, and I'm hoping that I'm live. They'll be fucking pissed off. So, yeah, that's what's going on right now. Hopefully, everything is we're doing what we can with, and I hopefully everybody liked my new thumbnail. It took me 10 minutes to do. It was like ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. I don't know why it took me so long to do that. I just been so busy with other things, like things had to take a back seat about everything. So, hopefully everybody checked out episode 308. Please, after this, go check that out. I'm telling you, it's gonna I picked up a couple of things. It I threw out some stuff that is really good to talk about and everything like that. Yes, I just did a Cody reference. Sorry. So, today we're going to do all the go home shows, which is this past week's Dynamite, Rampage, and last night's Collision. I watched Collision early this morning when I woke up. So I am good to go with that. So I hope everybody is gonna enjoy tonight. It's shaping to be up a pretty decent card. I mean, it's nothing like, out of the ordinary with AEW, but we're just going to sit back and enjoy. It's gonna be a really great night of wrestling. Hopefully, um we're not going to be that late. If it is, it is what it is. But do we see the debut of one Mr. Adam Copeland, which is Edge? Um in my mind, I think he is. I think he is because I've been checking everything. He's taken every WWE reference and fact that he has a thing going on Fanatics or WWE Fanatics page on their WWE shop, and he doesn't even mention WWE. He mentions just Fanatics. So that's he's still on the roster, which that'll change, and anything that is his merchandise will be like probably off by the time that he shows his face in AEW. They're ready to click that button and clear all his they'll, like, if you type in Edge, you won't see anything of it. If you put in maybe Adam Copeland, possibly it is what it is. But I do see, and since now we know that the Christian and Darby Allen are going to be doing the main event. I mean, come on, it's kind of like obvious. I mean, you just tell us that he's going to be debuting. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. I'd be totally shocked if he doesn't. We need a big debut in this. I mean, I would be totally shocked if he does it. So, it's just going to be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to the dynamic. I just don't think, if you think that Edge is a great um substitute for Jay Cargill, you're out of your fucking mind. All right, you're out of your mind. No, it's not happening. So, what would be a good caliber to that, you know, would probably be maybe because they both hold star power. Mercedes was in Star Trek, Star Wars. I'm sorry, I'm not a Star Trek, Star Wars fan. So please, for the love of God, give me the strength here. I think that, that would be a good trade off. Mercedes goes to AEW, Jay Cargill goes to WWE, and whatnot. Now, I feel that the trade from Cody Rhodes to Edge, that's a good, more of a comparison. I also want to know from you. Put it in the comments, or if you come on here, um, yeah, put it in the comments, because by the time I'm gonna say this during the entire thing. Whom else do you want to come from AEW to WWE and WWE to AEW? Give me like the top five. Doesn't matter if it's girls, boys, mix it in together. If you can't do it here, do it on my Twitter. Speaking of my Twitter, please go check me out on Twitter slash X, Mel's Mat Chat. Please go check me out on Threads, Instagram, Facebook. Facebook, I just got verified. So when you see the blue check, you know that's me. Also, check me out on TikTok. I'm also on Cameo. I'm trying to figure out how to put the description, put the links to everything, but it's all Mel's Mat Chat. It's not that hard to forget. So go check all that out and everything like that. Also, please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell for all notifications. Please, please. Also, like and share. That would be great to get the whole situation going and whatnot. Also, please go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com and get all your beard essentials there. Beard, not beer, beard essentials. Please do me a favor, go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. You can sample their fine sparkling water, regular water, flavored water, and iced tea. So go check that out. Also, go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com and seriously up your coffee game. Also, please go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. You can watch, I believe it's Mike Santana versus, I believe, Charles Mason, and you're going to be able to see Minoru Suzuki of Shogun, or Suzuki Gun. And if you're a fan of his, you could go check that out. Also, if you can't get there, but if you can get there and you want to get tickets, go get tickets at hogwrestling.net. And if you can't, go there physically on Friday the 13th. In fact, I think it's not this weekend, not next week, but like in 2 weeks. If you can get there, I mean, if you can't get there, you could also view it on the Premiere app, which is $9.99 a month. All right, let's get this party started. I'm going to give you the go home shows, which are Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. Then I'm going to give you my picks, and then I'm going to get the fuck out of here for the rest of the day. I'm going to do my review tomorrow at some point. All right. Just follow my Twitter. You'll know about it. I am not dealing with this bullshit. Getting up at 11:30, 12 o'clock, maybe even later than that. And I got to get up tomorrow early. So it is what it is. So, there's going to be a lot of controversy tonight. There's going to be a lot of news and whatnot. So it should be interesting to say the very least. My tablet is slow. Sorry. Are they actually beautiful? We started off at Dynamite, and we are coming from the First Bank Center in Bloomfield, Colorado. I just find it very hilarious that SmackDown was just in that area, and now AEW's in that area. I just find that very fucking peculiar and weird. We started off with AEW's International Championship Open Challenge. We had Ray Phoenix versus Jeff Jarrett with his Motley Crew. His non-essential fucking people that do not need jobs in fucking AEW. I mean, Jesus Christ. Let's just talk about Karen Jarrett here, all right? She is one that doesn't not need to be on fucking television in 2023. I mean, I understand her kids are grown up and she's allowed to go do this. They're probably all at college right now. But Jesus Christ, I don't need another renaissance of fucking Karen Jarrett. I mean, come on now. So we start with Ray Phoenix hit a high cross body press to the outside onto Jarrett as he was making his entrance. Phoenix followed up with a moonsault for a near fall. Jarrett DDT'd Ray Phoenix after Sanamon tried to distract Phoenix. Jarrett tripped up Phoenix and Phoenix rolled to the outside. Jarrett ordered his posse to swarm Phoenix, but ref Aubrey Edwards stopped them. Ray Phoenix fired back with a double foot stop to Jarrett for a 2 count. Phoenix followed up with a thrust kick, trying to fight through the pain. Phoenix ran to the top rope, pumped lethal. Sanjay distracted the referee while Jarrett hit Phoenix with a low blow. Jarrett spiked Phoenix with the stroke, but Phoenix broke the count when his boot touched the bottom rope. Jarrett tried to apply the figure 4, but Phoenix countered with a cradle and pinned Jeff Jarrett, so he retained. There was footage shown from Long Island with AEW Long Island. My backyard. Actually, my fucking area here. My Sukasa, my home. With AEW World Champion and Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. MJF taking Cole on a boat trip to try to cheer him up after his recent leg injury. MJF, you were on the phone with Roddy pretty long time. Cole, yeah, I was worried about him. MJF, so long that you couldn't come to the ring with me last week. Cole, Max, you didn't bring me out here to hit me with the dynamite diamond ring and then throw me overboard, did you? Because he got up, went to a cooler, went to go get beers, and he ended up taking out the diamond ring. It was classic MJF. No, MJF said, no, said Max. He was holding the ring behind his back. Cole, having more than one friend is normal. MJF, plus last time I almost got caught when I was trying to throw someone overboard. So we stop there and we go to footage shown from early in the week from Don Callis to Takesha hunting for Ibushi and Kota Ibushi in Tokyo. Renee Paquette was in the ring to interview Don Callis and the Alpha Takesha after their actions last week. Don Callis. I have something to say. I'm so happy Sammy Guevara is free of that toxic influence of Chris Jericho. That I wanted to bring him out here. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Don Callis family, Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara walked down to the ring. Sammy embraced Don Callis in the ring. Don Callis, you want to know about Tokyo now? I said that Ibushi wasn't safe, so the Alpha and I went to Tokyo. I brought my personal camera crew and we captured it all. There's actual footage that they were taping this and they were shooting this. And Kenny Omega got caught being the director, you know. Footage was shown Callis and Takesha invading Ibushi's dojo. Takesha attacked one of Ibushi's students. Ibushi ran in and grounded and pounded Takesha. Callis hit Ibushi with an umbrella. Takesha blasted Ibushi in the head with a kettlebell. Callis screamed at Ibushi, saying Ibushi wasn't safe in Tokyo or in Seattle. Don Callis. The Don Callis family has never been stronger with Takesha, Will Ospreay, and Sammy Guevara going to Wrestledream. Sammy, I'm the hero. Chris Jericho is the villain. For 4 years, he's holding me back. I was champion without him. I did pay-per-views without him. Every time I would start to fly, he would clip my wings. He was never going to pass me the torch. Chris Jericho is selfish. It's time for me to become the champion and the star that I was meant to be. Don Callis, at Wrestledream, we are going to take everything from Omega, Jericho, and Ibushi until there's nothing left but the tears. Okay, this is getting good. Footage was shown from Collision last Saturday of absolute Ricky Starks. Starks said he survived against Danielson. Wheeler Yuta approaches Ricky, and Ricky says, "Was all that style and no substance?" Yuta challenged Starks to a match on October 1st in Seattle. It was announced that Tony Khan signed a grudge match for WrestleDream between Ricky Starks and Wheeler Yuta. So among the 15 fucking matches, and there's like 3 or 4 of them, the 0 hour. Strap yourselves in, buckos. We're going to hear for a bumpy ride. 3-way blind eliminator for the international title shot next week. Ring of Honor World 6-man Tag Team Champion Nick Jackson. Oh my God. I thought I had a big forehead. I thought I'm like losing my hair and it's going here, 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 and I'm going to end up with no hair. Nick Jackson, I think he's going to need to do a Shawn Michaels or do something to fill in. I mean, seriously, if this gets any higher, I'm getting it filled in. All right. He was going against the Machine, Brian Cage versus Claudio Castagnoli. Brian Cage tossed Nick Jackson over the top rope out of the ring. Claudio and Cage locked up for the rest test of strength. Claudio suplexed Cage. Brian Cage retaliated with a vertical suplex of his own. Nick Jackson jumped back into the ring and wiped out Claudio and Cage at the same time. Nick flew over the top rope and knocked both men down on the arena floor. Nick displayed creative fluid offense to clean house on both opponents. Brian Cage planted Claudio with a German suplex. Nick Jackson blasted Brian Cage with a bulldog. Jackson moonsaulted off of the apron, but Claudio caught him, and then Nick nailed him with a DDT. Nick Jackson splashed Brian Cage with 450 for a near fall in the ring. Claudio whipped Nick Jackson into the steel ring steps. Claudio put Brian Cage in the giant swing, and he's nothing to be, seizing at. I mean, Jesus Christ, he is girthy, man. It's like swinging a Volvo. It has I swear, Taz. Brian Cage suplexed Claudio from the outside of the ring to the inside while Cage was on the second rope. Nick drilled Claudio and Cage with super kicks. Claudio rammed Cage with a European uppercut. Claudio clocked Cage with a lariat. Claudio transitioned to a hammer and anvil strikes, punishing the jaw of Brian Cage. Claudio hit a Ricola bomb on Cage. Nick springboard with a Hurricane Rana onto Claudio and then landed Cage with a Nick grabbed Nick Jackson grabbed the pinfall victory. Of course. The Nick Jackson has to, you know, for a person that says, "Oh, we need to give other people shots." You know what? Who should have gotten the shot? Brian Cage for the title shot. But no, god damn it. Nick Jackson has to push his EVP status around. It's disgusting. Absolute disgusting. Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions Adam Cole and AEW World Champion MJF came to the ring. Adam Cole was on crutches with his left leg completely bandaged up. MJF cut the music. Ladies and gentlemen, the devil has arrived in Colorado. Adam Cole talked to him. Cole, who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby? Unfortunately, this is a sad chapter in the story. Last week, I got hurt. My ankle broke it in 3 different places, and I tore ligaments last week. I have to go to get surgery. There's nothing more soul-crushing than hearing this, but I will do everything in my power to get back as soon as possible. But for me and my good friend Max are the ROH World Tag Team Champions, and because we can't defend these titles, we will have to relinquish. MJF said, whoa, whoa. I didn't wrestle twice in one night to win these, and I have to relinquish our titles to the righteous. Let's keep it real. You wouldn't be hurt if I didn't need your help at Grand Slam. Listen to that. You wouldn't be hurt if I didn't need your help at Grand Slam. Listen to that, okay? I know how much these ROH World Tag Team titles mean to you, and I want to make sure when you come back, they're here for you. These will be waiting for you. Righteous, October 1st, I'm going to defend these titles against you in a handicap match, and we're going to win. The Kingdom rolled Roderick Strong onto the ramp in the wheelchair. Strong, Adam, I need you more now than ever. It's an emergency. The guy's fucking a fake neck injury and fucking Roddy, this is not Undisputed Era, Roddy, all right? This is like pussy fucking, like when you were facing Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship. So please, grow a set and get back to the Undisputed Era fucking Roderick Strong, where I know you can be. So MJF, as much as I think Roderick Strong is a simp, I learned on the boat that your boy, I may not like him, but know that he's your boy. Go do what you need. Adam, I'll be waiting for you when you come back. Cole hugged Adam. Adam got on his crutches and walked up the ramp to Roderick Strong and the Kingdom. MJF, everybody give it up one more time for Adam Cole. Now, we all know I'm not a big fan of Switchblade. Jay White comes out. Jay White and the Bullet Club Gold walk onto the ramp, interrupting the AEW World Champion MJF. Switchblade, Jay White went to the Bang Bang Gang to the back and then walked to the ring himself. Jay White. Shut up, Max. We're all here to talk. We all heard you. We've all heard you talk enough. Everybody would like to hear the sweet, exotic accent for a change. Don't worry. I sent everybody in the back. You have one. You have your one-on-one time with the switchblade and revel in your moment. Boy, you must MJF. Boy, you must be smoking some strong Colorado grass. That mid mic work ain't go to work with MJF. I'm sorry, I'm a Long Islander, and I don't even speak like this. You come at the king, you better not miss. Sounds like little um influenced by Grayson Waller. That first shot was a little hairy. Now, King, you better not miss. The first shot was a little hairy. Now, Jay, hear me out. In my career, I've been compared to a lot of people. They say MJF is good, but he's no blank. And as my star rose, the names got bigger and bigger, and the goalpost has moved. It never bothered me until I read MJF is good, but he's no Jay White. It become very apparent why it offends me now that I'm standing in the ring with you. I felt like I feel like I feel like filet mignon, much like when I'm in this ring. The show is all about MJF because no one is on the level of the devil. Because I'm a generational talent, babe. And that's where you are very talented. However, you've managed to convince the fans that you are also filet mignon, when in reality you are tofu. Funny thing about tofu, it takes on the flavor of whatever you want it to, but you need to add something to it in order to trick yourself into believing it has taste. And you have been given everything. You were handed the keys to one of the greatest wrestling factions of all time. However, if I pluck it at all away, I'm left with nothing but boring, bland taste tofu. And now you are, and here you are, Jay, trying to hop on my plate and trying to steal some of the champ's flavor. I see, though, you, Jay, you are all hype. Allow me to give you some advice from a real top guy. If I were you, I would leave the ring and I wouldn't keep talking smack to my poor to my poor to my pores. Because if you don't, the rest of your career, whenever our names are mentioned in the same sentence, it'll read as follows. Sure, Jay's good, but he's no MJF because I am better than you and you know it. We got the the essence of MJF back, the real MJF, but with a face twinge to it. Jay White, that's what I came out here for, my very own personalized, authentic MJF experience. But I have to be honest with you. I'm a little bit down because a little bit something's a little bit off about you these days. I don't know if it's the injuries, but personally, I think you're distracted by Adam Cole. I just don't think you love I just don't think they love you like they love Adam Cole. And you know that this whole situation with Adam Cole is kind of my fault. Let me explain. If I didn't temporarily end Adam Cole's career after the Forbidden Door, one, you wouldn't have developed a soft spot for him. But I guess you got back at him because he broke his ankle and that was your fault. And I'm sure your neck isn't feeling good after Samoa Joe last week. So I think I've been ruining your life for a little bit now. I'm here to ruin your life in the flesh. You call yourself the devil. You need to find another level to stop me from taking that title away from you. You don't seem so elite when you compare to me. I'm the catalyst of professional wrestling, and and I truly I I will be truly elite champion when I pull that title away from your carcass. Don't worry, Max. You will have your fans. They will have you, and I will have that Triple B. and all you could breathe with the switchblade because it's still my era. This is the switchblade era because you've gone soft and you know it. MJF, you don't have a clue what I'm capable of, so why don't I show you? Jay White tried to lure MJF in the mind games, and then Jay rolled out of the ring after getting under MJF's skin. Ahead of their two out of three falls match for the TNT title at Wrestledream, Jim Ross sat down with Darby Allin and the new TNT champion Christian Cage. Okay. I'm going to give you it just not so happens, Lee, that they gave the title to fucking Christian Cage, okay? It's not a coincidence. This is all got to do with Adam Copeland coming into AEW. I told you I would be highly shocked. Good morning, Gangster Man. It's actually 12:35 here in New York, but good morning nonetheless. It's all by design. Again, I would be highly shocked if he doesn't show up tonight at Wrestledream. So Jim Ross sat down with Christian Cage and Darby Allin. Christian Cage, I've been the TNT champion for months now, and I proved that I'm a superior to Darby Allin this past Saturday when I wrestled on Collision. I will walk out of Seattle as the TNT champion because I know in my heart, Darby, that you are nowhere near the man I am. You're nowhere near the wrestler I am. I asked for this 2 out of 3 falls match because I want to see what you can do when you actually have to wrestle. Is your uncle going to be in attendance? What happened to him? Darby, he is dead. You think I'm afraid of dying? You think I'm afraid of losing? You can't beat me. I'm going to win this Sunday. Christian Cage, why don't you bring the family? Bring Nick's mom. Darby, you want me to bring Nick so you can take advantage of him. I'll tell you him not to show up if you had the balls. You tell Luchasaurus not to show up. Christian Cage, he needs a man, and I will always be the face of TNT, so get used to it. Ruh-roh. Fatal 4-way Wrestledream preview match. Now, these guys are going to be in the match to determine the number one contender for the Ring of Honor Championship, whether it be MJF or it be the Righteous. So they took one person from each of the team. Since Nick Jackson wrestled early in the evening, we're going to have Matt Jackson, Austin Gunn, Orange Cassidy, and Penta El Zero Miedo. And the partners were banned from ringside. Whoever thought of that? Brilliant! Austin sent Orange hard into the barricade. Matt Jackson DDT Penta El Zero Miedo. Austin rolled up Orange from behind for a near fall. Penta connected with a thrust kick to Matt Jackson. Penta blasted Orange with a thrust kick. Austin ambushed Penta. Austin dropped Orange with a big right hand shot. Orange peppered Austin with elbow strikes. Austin countered a hip toss with a neck breaker to Orange Cassidy. Penta nailed Orange with a destroyer. Matt hit a destroyer on Penta. Orange rocked Matt with a destroyer. Orange smashed Austin with a destroyer. All 4 men on roller skates. All 4 men go down, said Excalibur. Matt Jackson wiped out Orange with a locomotion Northern Light suplex. Matt followed up with a double Northern Light suplex to Penta and Austin. Fans chanted AEW, AEW. Penta blocked the BTE trigger from Matt. Penta took down Austin with a sling blade. Austin smashed Orange with a famouser from a near fall, almost stealing a victory. All 3 men super kicked Austin. Penta and Matt traded kicks. Orange pulped Matt Jackson with an orange punch and pinned him. Orange punch takes this preview match. Timing is everything, and Orange timing Orange's timing was perfect, said Taz. The House of Blacks, Julia Hart versus Willow Nightingale. Willow's left eye is bandaged up as a result of the missed attack from Julia last week. Willow poured on the punishment, charging at Julia and hitting her with a flurry of offense. Julia jumped on Willow's back and grabbed a band at the bandage over Willow's eye. Willow is fighting for a purpose, not just revenge, said Excalibur. Willow grounded and pounded Julia Hart. Willow body slammed Julia. Julia retreated out of the ring and crawled underneath the ring. Julia snuck up from behind Willow and chop blocked her. Julia locked in Heartless, but Willow reached the ropes, forcing the break. Willow pounced Julia out of the corner. Willow hoisted up Julia and placed her upside down in the corner. Basically, I think is in the Tree of Woe. Julia dodged the cannonball splash. Julia hit the moonsault press and pinned Willow. Julia placed Willow in the Heartless submission. After the match, TBS champion Chris Statlander sprinted to the ring to save her friend. Julia hid behind Brody King and laughed. So, do they throw the title on her? Do they actually throw the title on her? Because I don't think it's really a good idea, because then whatever Jade did to help Chris will be all for naught. To me, I think Chris Statlander should be fucking knocking Saraya's head off, but that's just me. So we have it's time for contract signing between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland ahead of their match at Wrestledream. This is not even for a fucking title. This is not for a fucking title. And we're doing this. Seriously? Oh, give me the strength today. Give me the fucking strength. The Elite and the Mogul Embassy were banned from ringside. Renee was in the ring to help officiate the contract signing. Swerve and Page sat across from one another at the table in the ring. Swerve, before you sign that paper, I got to admit I've been impressed with the fire you've been showing the past few weeks, but it's a little too late for that. We are 4 days from our match. Do you understand what you're walking into? The Lion's Den. It's unlike anything you've ever dealt with. We are two competitors who couldn't be more opposite from one another. You are not a wrestler. I am, and I'm never going to be the wrestler you are. What's a buckshot to a kill shot? And the reason why it's called a kill shot is because he was kill shot in Lucha Underground. Yes, I do watch other promotions other than just WWE. All right, it's shocking. I know. Hangman, it sounds like you're fired up for this, and good. You should be. You said a few things to me a few weeks ago that stung, and I've had time to think about it. For a year and a half, every day I came to work, I felt there was a little dark cloud hanging over my head that I couldn't get rid of. And sure, the sun would shine. I beat John Moxley in a Texas death match. I reunited with my friends in the Elite. It felt like it should have been the happiest man in the world, but every time I started to smile, that cloud came back and it started to rain. Oh, don't fucking talk to me about rain. We've had 8 days of rain on and off here. We finally got a nice day. Is it going to last? Probably not at this point. Boy, was New York fucking underwater. Holy shit. And Paige, he couldn't do anything about it. I had a little umbrella next to me, and as long as God let it rain on me, I didn't open it. But that's over with. I weathered the storm, and I'm still here. And I thought that downpour, it washed something out of me. I don't know if it's hope or passion, but it washed out of me. I recognized it, and these people deserve more of me. They deserve the best of me. and I deserve it for myself. So Swerve, that's why you'll get it in Seattle at Wrestledream. You get the best of Hangman. And by the way, this was the main event. Just to let you know. Swerve. That was quite beautiful, but it was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. It is this is a personal thing. It could have been anyone in this position that I want. Truth be told, I might have mental health problems because I may make every make enemy every single day. I make an enemy at every single day. I'm going to take this position from you at Wrestledream. And by the way, it rains awful a lot in Seattle. Sweetheart, it's nice in Seattle, sweetheart. It's shitty here, so please. So, Hangman, you tell me you want this spot. You're telling me you want the main event spot. Swerve, I don't know. We could sit here and go back and forth about whether these opportunities were handed to me. But for every opportunity I've had, I knocked it out of the park. So, Swerve, you tell me you want this spot. You're damn right you should want this spot. But you don't have what it takes to fill my boots. Swerve slapped Hangman and went to sign the contract. Hangman stabbed Swerve in the hand with the pen. Security had to keep these two separated. Backstage, the camera's crews filmed a gang of men dressed in black from head to toe, wearing masks, swarming Switchblade Jay White and attacking him. One of these attackers looked into the camera and cocked his head to the side and was wearing the devil mask. So it was MJF's devil mask. So we are going to the next week's Dynamite will be from their anniversary show, and it's going to be from Stockton Arena in Stockton, California. I find this absolutely weird. SmackDown was in California, I believe, last night. They were in California. Is this what Tony Khan is doing? Because they are getting so much press in fucking goddamn in each of the towns and everything. Tony Khan said, well, maybe we should follow them and go to their towns and get the fucking residual energy off of them. I know it's one of those conspiracy things. It is what it is. But we're going to go right into Rampage and then Collision, and then I'll give you my picks and I'll get you out of here. I tapped on the wrong freaking notes. Sorry. This is taking place from the same place that they did Dynamite. We started off with the AEW World Trios Champion Open Challenge. If I hear another fucking Open Challenge, it'll be too soon. Yes. If I hear what I swear to Christ, one more fucking Open Challenge, I'm done. I'm done. Hey, Straight Up Wrestling Show. Yes, it was crazy. They are taking on Brother Zay and the Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy. Bowens and Brother Zay locked up in chain wrestling. Bowens hit a shoulder tack block on Zay. Bowens blocked an arm drag, but Zay took down Bowens with a Hurricane Rana. Bowens spiked Zay on the top of its head and with a nasty leg drop. Jeff tagged in and splashed Caster from the middle rope. Billy Gunn tagged in and hit Matt Hardy with a shoulder tackle. Matt set Billy into the turnbuckles. Jeff jumped off Matt's back and splashed Billy in the corner. The Acclaim grabbed the upper hand with Bowens, dropping the Sesame Timbers on Brother Zay for a near fall. Billy Gunn stomped a mud hole in Brother Zay in the corner. Billy attempted a splash, but Brother Zay dodged it, and Billy collided with the top of the post. The winners face TMDK this Sunday at Wrestledream 0 Hour, said Excalibur. So you mean to tell me the fucking House of Black had this on the fucking main card, and now they're taking that and then they're putting them on 0 Hour? How does that fucking make sense? I fucking blame Tony Khan for this, because with those titles that were on the House of Black, they made it important. They made it that people have to go for those titles. It makes me sick to my stomach. And then I see the titles that are fucking pink. Pink. I call it the Pepto-Bismol, and I'm telling you, please get me a sponsorship with them. I do need it on a daily fucking basis because of the shit that I have to go through with my personal life. Seriously. Fucking Pepto-Bismol fucking titles. And then they have the fucking audacity to charge $5,000. There's only 10 sets out there to charge them for that much. Not only do I want the titles, I want fucking goddamn personal fucking calls from the Acclaim and Daddy Ass, and I also want fucking tickets to the next pay-per-view in my area if I'm going to be spending that, and all expenses covered. Jeff Hardy smashed Bowens and Caster with a whisper in the wind. Matt clocked Billy with a twist of fate. Jeff climbed to the top rope and connected with a swanton bomb on Billy, but Bowens was there to break up the pin attempt. The fans chanted, "This is awesome. This is awesome." Brother Zay took down Billy with a Cabrera. The Acclaim countered a springboard set from Zay. Bowens and Caster planted Brother Zay and scored the win. No shit. And because of Tony Khan jerking on fucking Daddy Ass, because you're not going to fucking tell me. I'm fucking 2 years older, 3 years older than fucking Tony Khan. And let me tell you something. If you weren't a DX fan in high school or middle school, because I was... Oh, definitely made the fucking titles prestigious. I could imagine right now what fucking goddamn Rhea Ripley's going through. Not only has her fiance lost his title, but also her Latino heat. Oh, it's disgusting. You know what? It hurt my heart. It hurt my heart that when they revealed the titles, I said, "Are you shitting me?" Tony Khan actually signed off for this. It made me, oh my God. I'm sorry, but I don't know what else to say about this. And on top of it, I'm thinking about Rhea. Rhea must be going out of her fucking mind. Dominic lost his title last night, which is a fucking travesty, to Trick Williams. Oh, he's a fucking hot hand, but you put it on fucking Dominic Mysterio to get the fucking press to have USA possibly pick up NXT and Monday Night Raw. But that's okay. So Rhea systematically had her two men, the one that she's romantically involved with on screen and the one that she's romantically involved in off screen. They both lost their titles. Bullshit. You know what? I even put this out here on Twitter. I would love it because I know Dominic has heat the size of Mount Kilimanjaro. I would do the unthinkable. Give him the Intercontinental Championship and fucking screw everybody. But that's just me. Moving on, because I'm telling you, if I see Pepto-Bismol, from now on, Pepto-Bismol is called the Acclaim. I'm declaring it here right now. Pepto-Bismol is now the Acclaim. Oh, I gotta go and get the Acclaim at CVS, or I gotta go get the Acclaim at Food Emporium. And anytime I wear pink, it's gonna be considered the Acclaim color. Ring of Honor World Champion and new NJPW Strong Openweight Champion Eddie Kingston was backstage. Sanjay Dutt, Sadamat Singh, Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett's fucking menagerie, the motley crew of them all confronted Kingston. Jay Lethal interrupted Kingston, and Kingston was unfit to be Ring of Honor World Champion. Kingston laughed and walked away. Karen Jarrett said, "No one's laughing on this side." Yeah, I was freaking. Hey, Chris. Straight up wrestling show. Before we get into the rest of this match with Eddie Kingston and Rocky Romero. Yes, I'm going to be watching Wrestledream. I want to touch on this with Trick Williams. Trick Williams should have been the one to go and backstab Carmelo Hayes. He would have lost to Dominic, got pissed off, said, "You know what? I'm sick and tired of being the second fiddle to fucking Carmelo Hayes. I'm costing him the title." That means that they would have had a feud that would have taken him to past probably Survivor Series, have Carmelo Hayes debut into the Royal Rumble. He gets an announcement that he will be on the main roster, but they have to find him a place for him. That is taken care of. But Carmelo Hayes then puts over Trick Williams. Trick Williams goes after Ilya Dragunov, and there you go. He then becomes the next one in line to get the title. And then have a transitional champion with Ilya Dragunov to go to the main roster. How hard was that to fucking book? Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I know this is supposed to be a fucking goddamn AEW preview and prediction, but that's just fucking plain obvious. So we have the Eddie Kingston versus Rocky Romero for the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. Rocky grabbed a wrist lock, but Eddie reversed it. Rocky kicked Eddie in the midsection. Rocky rocketed outside with a tope suicida on Eddie Kingston. Rocky followed up with a second suicida. He tried for a third, but Kingston countered, catching Rocky and nailing him with a delayed vertical suplex on the arena floor. Eddie charged at Rocky, but Rocky countered with a jumping knee strike. Romero connected with a dropkick double stomp combination for a near fall on Kingston. Eddie hit a lariat and then followed up with a machine gun drop kicks. Rocky rocked Eddie with an avalanche slice spread. Rocky smashed Kingston with forever clothesline. Kingston clobbered Rocky with a spinning back fist and then forced Rocky to tap after applying the stretch plum. Ring of Honor Pure Champion Katsuri Shibata walked to the ring after the Kingston's victory. Shibata took Kingston's hand and signed of respect ahead of their match against one another this Sunday at Wrestledream. And that is that. Oh, yeah, it definitely would have been a fire angle. Because you know for a fact when... No. If it was me now, from what had happened, Dominic goes up to Shawn Michaels and said, "This was all yours. This was all your fucking cahootin. Now I deserve a fucking rematch. Take the title off of fucking Trick Williams. And you know what? Have Carmelo Hayes fucking then get involved, or because everybody thinks Dragon Lee is the big thing now, have Dragon Lee fucking maybe do something or whatnot. But that yesterday was fucking ridiculous. I am pissed. If this was Triple H would have fucking goddamn never had that happen. Under Shawn Michaels, there was only 2 fucking good matches, and that was it. That's not a takeover. That's not even close to a takeover. When Triple H was fucking in gorilla position and he was leading gorilla position, all the matches, all the 4 or 5 matches were lit. You were talking about every single fucking match. I'm not talking about the fucking Corbin match. I'm not talking about the fucking goddamn tag team match, which was kind of okay. I'm not talking about the fucking, what was it? The match with Braun Breaker. Big fucking deal. Does it make things different on Tuesday nights? No. The only 2 matches that were anything close to what I thought it was going to be was Becky and Tiffany. And you know what? I'm going to go out on the I'm going to make it here. What I seen from Tiffany, and she got busted wide open on her temple. For her to knowing that she's got a pretty face and she took the chance to possibly get busted wide open, I'm giving her a round of applause. And Becky fucking gashed herself up. That's the shit that I want from these women. I do not want them like, oh, I broke a nail. I can't do that. Or I can't get this pretty little face. A la the Bella twins. Or, sorry, the Garcia twins. Kiss my fucking ass. If you're not in this sport to fucking, to get scars, scrapes, and everything like that, you need to get the hell out of there. And let somebody else who is going to kick ass and take names, because also we have the women's breakout tournament. I want to see if these women are what they say they are. Moving on, let's keep going with this AEW. We keep getting into WWE. I'm swearing to God, you guys are killing me today, but I love it. I love every fucking minute. I love every one of you. I swear to Jesus. Aussie Open was backstage and said they were taking away the titles from the AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR this Sunday at Wrestledream, proving that they're the best tag team. The Righteous, Vincent and Dutch versus the Gunner and Caleb Crush. Very quick, very simple. Dutch bulldoors Gunner and Crush with a double lariat. Dutch served up Bossman Slam to both members of the opposing team. Vince Vince finished things up quickly, grabbing the pin. Could you imagine if there was a wrestler named Vinci Vince or Vincent Vinci? Oh, yeah, talking about a freaking mouthful here. Main event time. But before that, backstage, Nick Wayne said he's facing Luchasaurus at 0 hour. So you mean to tell me a Wardlow can't get on? A Wardlow can't get on. A Roosh can't get on. Like, these guys that he's signing can't get on the card at all. But you're going to put Nick Wayne because he's fucking friends with Darby Allin. And if you're not stroking Darby Allin's fucking goddamn coffin here, you're going to be in the part of the problem. Because this is the fucking problem with fucking the promoter being friends with the fucking help. Give her about 3.75 stars. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't that good. It was on Sasha Banks and Bailey's good, but I'll take it. Main event time. Title Tuesday opportunity match. Ruby Soho versus Hikaru Shida. The winner will get an AEW World Championship match on Dynamite Title Tuesday on October 10th. Ruby pulled Shida's hair and peppered her with stiff shots. Shida answered with a strike of her own. Shida sent Ruby's face first into the top turnbuckle pad. Shida hammered Ruby with strikes and followed up with a missile dropkick off the middle rope. Soho and Shida traded forearms in the center of the ring. Shida rocked Ruby with elbow strikes. Shida struck with a jumping knee and then a brainbuster for a near fall. Sheeta launched off the ring steps with a missile dropkick onto Soho on the arena floor. Sheeta hoisted up Soho, carried her up the ramp, but Ruby escaped. They brawled on the ramp and fought back into the ring. Soho took down Sheeta with a suplex for a 2 count. Ruby grabbed the kendo stick. The ref saw it and pulled it away. She wanted to get caught because as the ref turned his back, Ruby pulled out a can of spray paint. Sheeta tried to pull it away from Ruby, but in the process, they inadvertently knocked out Paul turned down. Ruby headbutted Sheeta and then wiped her out with a destination unknown. The ref was outside the ring recovering. Ruby grabbed the kendo stick and swung it, but Sheeta blocked it and whacked Ruby with it. She clobbered Ruby with a katana kick. Sheeta covered Ruby, and ref Aubrey Edwards sprinted to the ring, but Ruby kicked out of the pin attempt. Soho avoided the Meteora. Sheeta hit the mat after a back heel kick from Soho. Soho set out with a senton, but Sheeta got her knees up. Sheeta blasted Ruby with a falcon arrow, but Ruby kicked out before the 3 count. Sheeta caught Ruby flush with a katana kick and scored the pin. What a match these ladies had. Awesome stuff, said Taz. After the match, AEW World Women's Champion Saraya walked to the ring and taunted Sheeta. Do I really care about Saraya being champion? To be quite fucking honest, I would prefer Britt Baker as champion. At least she wanted to fucking be in the ring. Fucking Saraya is being fucking treated like a Brock Lesnar. She's no Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to pay to see her. If I had the opportunity, am I going to go take my hard-earned money, pay to go see Brock Lesnar or pay to see Saraya? I'm going to see Brock Lesnar all times too. I mean, theoretically, he could take me to Suplex City any day of the week, twice on Sunday and 5 times on Saturday, but that's neither here nor there. Collision. Collision is the last stop to Wrestledream. This is where everything is going to be cinched up. Everything is like legitimately ready to go. Everybody's heading to Seattle, and this is where it's going to all go down tonight at 8 p.m. Collision. Collision was coming from the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington, which this is where I believe where Wrestledream is going to be, if I'm not mistaken. Andrade El Idolo. Andrade El Idolo versus the Bullet Club Gold's Juice Rock Hard Robinson, or Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Now, didn't I say that I would love to see Lana CJ Parker manage Andrade? Well. She was looking on last night. So, maybe somebody is watching and I don't know about it, or somebody's taking an idea and just filtering it through. Who knows? But if it happens, your girl predicted it first. So Andrade started things off with a double leg takedown and went for the figure 4. Juice retreated outside to the ring to collect his thoughts and regroup. Andrade hit 3 amigos. Suplex. Andrade climbed to the top turnbuckle and wiped out Bullet Club Gold on the outside with a moonsault. Sweetheart, tell your wife or your soon-to-be ex-wife, whatever it is, you do a better moonsault, tell her to stop doing hers. Or tell Rick to tell her to stop doing hers. Jesus Christ, she's got... Tiffany Stratton has a better fucking moonsault than fucking Charlotte does. And that says a lot. As Andrade is trying to get back in the ring, Juice shoved him back out. Juice distracted the ref while the Guns stomped a mud hole into Andrade. Juice planted Andrade face first on the edge of the ring. Juice smashed Andrade in the corner with a running cannonball. Juice followed up with a suplex and then blew a snot rocket into Andrade, showing complete disrespect for his opponent. Andrade slapped Juice and cranked him with a dragon screw leg whip. A hot and flexible CJ Parker, or CJ, as she's going to probably be going as just CJ, was shown scanning the match on the monitor backstage. Who was she looking at? Wondering Kevin Kelly. She's looking at Andrade. Okay? Do you honestly think that it would work with? No, they don't need promo help. He does. And I've been saying this. Didn't I say? I think it was either on my episode 308 or it was episode 307 that fucking Andrade needs a fucking mouthpiece. Like Zelina was to him. We need a mouthpiece for him because his freaking promos suck. It's like he's like, oh, I gotta try to speak English. And what I know from Charlotte and Nanny, they only speak Spanish at home. That doesn't help him. It helps her to speak Spanish. But when they've got to fucking have like a compromise, like, hey, we got to start speaking English. You got to cater to the American fans. They're not going to know what you're talking about. If you're speaking Spanish, a select few of them know what you're talking about. You need to speak English. You know, I can barely get by. If I go to Puerto Rico, I'm okay. Or if I go to like Mexico and everything, I'm okay. But I'm nothing like you. So I try here, you know? You've got to try with English. CJ is perfect. Perfect. Please, for the love of God, please. Oh. Juice grabbed the ref and used him as a human shield. Juice thumbed Andrade in the eye and then powerbombed Andrade for a near fall. Juice connected with a high flying press from the top turnbuckle. Andrade rallied back, going for a figure eight. And tell me they're not getting a divorce if he's using his so-called ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife's move. But the Guns tried to interfere. The ref ejected the Guns from ringside. Andrade drilled Juice with a back elbow for a 2 count. Andrade spiked Juice with a DDT and pinned him. So Andrade picks up the win. Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta versus The Kingdom, Matt Tavern and Mike Bennett. The Kingdom walked to the ring with their rolling luggage bags. Trent and nailed Bennett with forearms. Chuck Taylor tagged in. The Best Friends hit a double shoulder tackle on Bennett. Taylor used a back suplex on Mike Bennett. Trent tagged back and chopped Bennett's chest. Tavern grabbed a tag and drilled Trent with a drop kick off the turnbuckles. Outside the ring, Trent charged at Bennett, but Bennett countered by using Trent's momentum and sending him soaring into the steel guardrail. Bennett followed up with a drop toe hold on Taylor onto a steel chair. Trent rocked the Kingdom with a double drop kick off the turnbuckle. He followed up with a big swing DDT on Tavern for a near fall. Tavern fired back with a running I'm lost my place. Running knee strike. Bennett was looking for a pile driver on the ring steps, but Trent countered with a Death Valley driver. Chuck Taylor hoisted Bennett on his shoulders, and then Trent followed through with a knee strike from the top rope. Best Friends spiked the Kingdom with stereo pile drivers. Trent covered Bennett, but Bennett got his boot on the bottom rope before the 3 count. As the referee was distracted, Bennett hit 2 low blows on Taylor. The Kingdom nailed Taylor with a spiked pile driver, and Bennett scored the pin. Mike Bennett, wiener punch, pile driver, Roddy Strong. What? Saraya can't wrestle anymore, so yes, it will be better if Britt had the title. Definitely straight up wrestling show. She is what we didn't want her to turn into. When she was in WWE, she came out, she was different. We could relate to her, especially me. Now she's every fucking bimbo I see with dark hair. She's got the tits, she's got the Botox, she's got the fillers. Why? Not necessary. She was beautiful the way she was. Why? Because fucking Andrade, not Andrade, what was his name? Oh God, what the fuck was his name? El Patron. Alberto El Patron. He fucking probably told her, you need a fucking goddamn facelift, you need everything, you need the tits and everything like that. Probably fucking completely wiped her self-esteem off, and now she looks nothing like she did back in the day, and it's disgusting. All right? See, I have to get Botox for medical reasons. I get Botox shot in my scalp because I have psoriasis. All right? But I don't put it on my lips. I don't put it in my forehead. I don't put it on my fine lines here. I'm all natural. I am all natural. These are natural. There's no fucking implants. These are fucking 48Fs. And I am proud of them. I hate them, but I'm proud of them. Anywho, Matt Taven, we've got to go. We're flying back to you, Roddy. We have a message for Adam Cole. Adam, I know you're supposed to have doctor's appointments all this week. You delayed your surgery. Please come meet us at Roddy's house right now. If we ever meant anything to you, Adam, please meet us at Roddy's house. Alex Marvez tries to interview Don Callis and Prince Nana backstage to appearing to be conspiring about something. Don Callis was whispering into Nana's ear and walked away. Prince Nana, there's a saying, Marvez. If you dig deep into the universe, you will find something that's very, very unique. And tonight, once the gates of agony get through with Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, we were in the money. I'm loving this whole thing with Julia Hart. She deserves this after the fucking shit that she went through with Leaf. What was his? I don't even remember the guy's fucking name. Brian Pillman's old fucking varsity blondes shit. I felt so bad. She was put into a situation that I knew she wasn't needing to be. It dealt with it was great, but she's in a better place right now. Little let's see, a little selfishness with me. Being with Aleister Black, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King. Nice foursome. I wouldn't have a problem taking care of them all. And maybe I could show mommy a couple of tricks, you know? Oh, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. Well, it's October. Here we are, you know? The House of Black, Julia Hart versus Ver Vixen. Julia charged at Ver Vixen with a running clothesline. Julia slammed Ver Vixen's head in the mat repeatedly. Julia followed up with a cartwheel forearm. Julia splashed Ver Vixen with a moonsault from the top rope and then pinned her. Julia Hart, oh yes, Chris, I don't think I can wait till tomorrow. I think you should come out here right now. TBS champion Chris Statlander walked onto the ramp. Best friends followed her to the ring. Julia and Chris pushed their contemporaries aside and had a stare down. Julia smiled and left the ring, clearly playing mind games. Chris, tomorrow you're going to be in the ring with not only the TBS champion, but the the defeated. Your clock is ticking, and tomorrow your time is up. Claudio Castagnoli threw out an open challenge, and Josh Barnett answered. So that's going to be, but that's on 0 hour. So you mean to tell me that you couldn't put maybe, I don't know, maybe they could have put Wheeler Yuta's match on instead of that. I would have loved to the Acclaim is on 0 Hour. Wheeler Yuta could have a fucking goddamn been pushed to 0 Hour. This is the match that we want to see on the fucking main card. But remember, 0 Hour and everything like that is the same thing. So I'm gonna, instead of sitting at 8 o'clock, I'm gonna have to sit down at 7 to watch 4 fucking matches that really doesn't make a bit of fucking difference. Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. This was fucking odd. This was fucking on all times too. Versus the Gates of Agony. Bishop Khan and Toa Leona. Jericho chopped at Toa, sorry. But Toa answered with a headbutt. Khan tagged in and rocked Jericho with a lariat. The Gates of Agony pummeled Jericho in the corner. Omega tagged in and hit Toa with a flying crossbody press. Omega and Jericho double team suplex Toa Leona. Omega and Jericho took down Toa with a double shoulder blocks. Prince Nana distracted Omega. Toa rammed Omega and Omega inadvertently knocked Jericho off the apron. Bishop Khan used a backstabber on Omega, and then Toa followed up with a running elbow, proving to be a truly effective combo. Jericho tagged in and cleaned house of the Gates of Agony. Jericho dropped a double axe handle on Bishop and followed up with a lion salt. Jericho tried for a lion tamer, but Khan kicked Jericho out of the way. Toa blasted Jericho with a back elbow. Jericho fired back with a dropkick off the turnbuckles to Toa. Omega cracked Bishop with a V trigger. Kenny followed up with a Terminator dive to the outside on Toa. Jericho applied the lion tamer to Bishop and forced him to tap. Chris Jericho. I have to say, after what you just saw, Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho proved that we can coexist. It's almost, you know what this reminds me of? And I may be going out of fucking the left field with this. It's like the Mega Powers. You know, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. Jericho playing the Hulk Hogan and obviously Kenny Omega playing the Macho Man. I know it should be the other way around, but this is the way I see it. I'm sorry. So this should be interesting. And with the addition of Kota Ibushi, this is going to be fucking crazy tonight. Kenny Omega, you said it yourself, Chris. Coexisting is just a part of some of the grand scheme to be the greatest tag team in AEW history. No, this is about something bigger. I was blinded by Don Callis, and now I've seen the light. And all it took was for you, Don, to take Takeshita to Japan to hurt the ones I love. Ibushi takes a beat like that as an invitation. So tomorrow at Wrestledream, it's time for the original Alpha and the original Omega to spell the beginning of the end of Don Callis. Jericho, tomorrow night at Wrestledream. Kenny Ibushi and Ocho versus the Don Callis family. Sammy, you are the ultimate Judas, you little bastard. I'm going to ruin your dreams, your goals. I'm going to ruin your entire life. And tomorrow at Wrestledream, I'm going to take all my frustrations from teaming with you for the last 4 years onto you. We're coming for the Don Callis family. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. That's the main card. That's the main card match there. I see Omega and Jericho losing. They've been losing way too much. Don Callis needs to now fucking lose. And I'm there to see it. Don Callis, I mean, he's a fucking dickhead and he's a fucking prick. And I love dick pricks. I love dick pricks. I love how remember when Bobby Roode was in NXT? That's the dick prick I like. He is just a fucking scudgy, slimy, like I want to smack him in the face and choke him at the same time. You know, it's disgusting. He's slimy. Ugh, he gives me the heebie-jeebies. Next match, The Righteous, Vincent and Dutch versus Travis Williams and Judas Icarus. I don't know if I'm butchering the last name, but so be it. Williams dropkicked Vince in the corner. Vincent cracked Larius with a running elbow and tagged out to Butch. Dutch dished out overhand chops to the competition. Dutch planted Williams with a bossman slam. Vince finished off Larius and pinned him. I would not like to be MJF tomorrow night, said Nigel. Vince. Dutch, look at the paper. Look at all the paper people strung along together. It's the same paper people who believe that MJF truly is the devil. You know something? He is the devil. The devil pulls the strings that make us dance. The same strings that are tied to that liar and Adam Cole. So at Wrestledream, not only the Righteous is going to become the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, but we're also going to make sure that the devil leaves with one hoof, just like Adam Cole. Dutch, dig what I'm saying? Dutch, pull a block of wood out from beneath the ring and handed it to Vince. Dutch held the block of wood between the Larius's legs. Vince slammed a steel chair against it. Is that what's going to happen to MJF tonight? Well, we shall see. Main event time. 8 all-star 8-man tag match. AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood, and Blackpool Combat Club Wheeler Yuta and the American Dragon Bryan Danielson versus the Aussie Open Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, Big Bill, and Absolute Ricky Starks. Zack Sabre Jr. was on commentary. So Wheeler grabbed on the mat with Kyle Fletcher. They got their feet on their feet. And Yuta chopped Fletcher and backdropped him. Dax tagged in and Mark Davis suplexed him. Things broke down with both teams brawling the outside the ring. What the hell is going on here? Asked Jim Ross. Alberts regained control of the match. Cash drop kicked Davis and suplexed Fletcher. Cash cradled Fletcher for a near fall. Yuta grabbed the blind tag. Yuta jumped off the top turnbuckle with a flying forearm to Fletcher. Wheeler Yuta wiped out Fletcher with a German suplex. Big Bill booted Yuta right in the face. Man, that was a hard shot, said Jim Ross. Fletcher tagged in and he and Davis double-teamed Yuta with a sit-out powerbomb. Danielson tagged in and fired into Starks with a chops and kicks. Danielson rocketed at Starks with a tope suicida. Danielson kicked Starks from the top rope. I see Omega. Yeah. Danielson charged at Starks, but Starks countered with a clothesline. Starks drilled Danielson with a DDT. Big Bill tagged in. Big Bill went for a choke slam, but Danielson countered and applied the label lock. Fletcher kicked Danielson from behind, breaking the submission hold. Cash and Danielson held Big Bill while Wheeler drop-kicked him from the top. Dax followed up with a diving headbutt to Big Bill. Dax slugged Big Bill with knife-edge chops. Dax tried for a sharpshooter on Big Bill, but Bill kicked him away. Big Bill chokeslammed Dax, and then Starks speared him, and Starks scored the pin on Dax Hardwood. So with that count, whoever's on the other team is going to lose. I'd be highly shocked if the heels win. Again, just because the match was over didn't mean the fight was. Both teams began to brawl after the bell. Danielson pointed at Sabre, and Sabre got in the ring. Danielson and Sabre had faced off, and then Sabre shoved Danielson. Danielson slapped back Sabre and grabbed Danielson by the throat, but Danielson was about to counter when Sabre abandoned the ring, saving the energy for his match tonight. So again, they're going to be at Stockholm Arena in Stockholm, California for their 4th anniversary of AEW on Wednesday night. All right, let's get to the picks so I can get your ass out of here. Please do me a favor. Follow me on my social media, which is X/Twitter at Mel's Match Chat. Also, you could do that at Instagram, Threads, Facebook. I'm verified on Facebook now. Also, go check me out on TikTok, and I'm on Cameo if you want me to announce good news, bad news, a happy birthday, a happy anniversary, you're graduating, you're getting married, whatever the case may be. It's cheaper than a card. It's $5. Go check it out. It smells Matt Chat. You can find the link on my Twitter feed and everything like that. I'm trying to get the links that I'm going to try to copy and paste so it's in the stream. Please allow me to figure it out because I'm having issues with that. I finally had some I had some, what is it called? I have some cheat stuff that when I do this, I could get it up and I could get the stream up quicker. All right. All right. We have Christian versus Darby Allin. I'm going to take Christian, and Edge is going to show up Adam Copeland. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson. I'm still calling him Daniel Bryan. I'm going to say Zack Sabre Jr. Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart. I'm actually going to do a shock title change, and it's going to be to Julia Hart. Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page. I'm going to take Swerve Strickland. FTR versus Aussie Open. I'm taking FTR. The Bucks, the Guns, Cassidy and Hook and Lucha Brothers for the chance to take the winner of MJF or the Righteous for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. And I am actually going to take the Guns. Eddie Kingston versus Katsuri Shibata for, I don't even know if there's actually, the title is going to be on the line. Let me see. Only Eddie Kingston's title, so Eddie Kingston is going to win. And it's going to earn him a Ring of Honor Pure Championship match. We have Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi versus Sammy Guevara, Will Ospreay, and Konosuke Takeshita. I'm going to take Jericho and his team. MJF versus the Righteous for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. I'm going to take MJF. We have Statlander. I think that's Statlander. No, sorry. Ricky Starks versus Wheeler Yuta. I'm taking Wheeler Yuta. It's about time that he wins. We're going to go to 0 hour, and there are 4 matches that were announced. I don't know if there's going to be any more, but if I find out, I will give you my picks on Twitter. X. The Acclaim versus TMDK. I'm hoping that they lose the titles. I really am. We have Nick Wayne versus Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus is going to win that with no problem. We have a mixed tag team. We have Shane Thorne, Lee Moriarty, Mercedes Martinez, and Diamante versus Satoru Kojima. Keith Lee, Keith who? Keith what? Bear Claw, I think you're talking about. Keith Lee. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. And Athena and Billy Starks. I'm going to take the Katsuri match. Claudio Castagnoli versus Josh Barnett. I'm going to take Josh Barnett because you're not going to bring this guy in without fucking not allowing him to go over. So that is that. That is that. And oh shit, I went an hour and a half. Oh shot. I'm sorry, people. Oh my god, this is crazy. All right. I'm gonna get you out of here, but please do me a favor and go support these people. Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com, Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. Go check out HOG Wrestling at hogwrestling.net. And please, tomorrow, join me sometime in the morning for the review of Wrestledream. I will be back with episode 309 this Tuesday at 2 p.m. And we're going to be off to Fastlane this coming weekend. Next weekend is Fastlane. So um, you'll be seeing more of me. But I want everybody to have a great Sunday. Enjoy. Please check out episode 308. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell for all notifications, and please just check out the rest of my content on my channel. I love you all. Have a great Sunday. I will see you tomorrow for the review. You have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.